Hey there everyone, welcome back to another Misfits Racing League highlights video. We are here at Spa-Francorchamps. It's the Belgian Grand Prix. It's round 9 for the EU grid, and we have some fantastic highlights for you in this one. We had some rain as well. We hope you enjoy. Well, my mistake there. A little bit of a mute situation going on with my mic as I was talking about the final few racers, but let's talk you through it. Hurricane on pole position, a 152.482 from the Ferrari. That's Ephixa on the front row next to him, a 152.562. 0.08 of a second separating those guys, and you have Lutra there who got it into third with that last lap, a 153 flat, and he will be rounding out your top 3 racers here. Well, it's time to go, Unicorn. Take us away here for the first Belgian Grand Prix of the week.
Here we go then. The timing sequence not quite in sync, but we are away here for the first Belgian Grand Prix of the weekend. Those soft runners of Lutra, he's already going up side Hurricane. You've got Ephixa 3 wide through turn 1. There's been a collision behind.
Oh, well, there it is.
It's a safety car already.
Yeah, that's a safety car already.
And already,
wow,
Hurricane down 2 places of this final turn here. Leave everyone in the dust trying to get through that chicane. There he goes, opening the taps. Hurricane, he's ready and waiting, but Jake as well in the other Mercedes. He's looking at Hurricane's rear, and he is on the soft compound tires, so he should be faster than Hurricane.
No conviction, Safso. Sorry to interrupt. Wheel to wheel coming down into turn 1. No conviction, gets ahead of Safso. We're going to jump back on with Jake now because he's right on the rear of this Ferrari as we come up Eau Rouge.
Yeah, the pace of these softs is absolutely unparalleled, but Hurricane managed to just stick it out just a little bit, both using as much ERS as they like. As we've got a yellow flag, it's no conviction out of the session. He's come off through Eau Rouge, but it's Jake going around the outside of the Ferrari into Les Combes, and Jake still holding on to P2 for the time being. They're still side by side as they're about to come down to the long right-hander that is turn 10. The Ferrari of Hurricane on the inside, and he's just going to hold on to second place for the moment.
They're behind Alexander. Has had a retirement. He has dropped it into the pit lane. They have called the race for that McLaren. Relapse is now going to be on his own. Vettel, last of the late breakers here, and he gets through into fourth with a very, very smooth move, and now Relapse has the front row seat.
Yeah, XCXP tried a similar move around the outside of Steph, not quite to the same success, though Vettel's move was really quite textbook perfect, to be honest, but Relapse now looking at Ewens on exit of turn 11, and it looks like he might get him down into the inside of turn 12, braking a little bit much because side by side through here is a very risky endeavor as Lutra and Hurricane are going side by side. Hurricane's managed to find some pace out of absolutely nowhere, a little bit of contact between the two, and that's going to open the door a little bit for Jake as well.
From Relapse, and now it's a dive, I think, from Relapse on the inside of Ewens, but not enough to get it done, but he's got a great exit here, and he's on those soft compound tires showing so much pace. This is going to give Ewens, I do believe, the DRS on Relapse. I don't know if Relapse is going to have it on the cars ahead. He will not, so this may have been in vain, but let's move ahead and look at Vettel. He's looking at Jake. Jake doesn't have it done on Hurricane. Wheel to wheel now for the Mercedes and Racing Point. It's Relapse and Ewens. Ewens holds on to 5th. As he gets that DRS back ahead of Relapse, and now it's Cotters and Safso with an exchange. Cotters losing out the final points position to the Renault. That's Safso, and now it's Steph breathing down his neck as we make our way down the hill, but it's back to Relapse, wheel to wheel with Ewens.
Yeah, and I think we're going to see just that DRS enabled on the McLaren, a little bit of usage of the battery as well down into turn 7, and that is the McLaren
Hurricane
ahead of
and Lutra still wheel to wheel. Lutra wanting to keep that lead position right now versus the medium runner in that Ferrari. Things are so tight between these two.
Hurricane around the outside of Lutra into turn 7, but Lutra, he's going to hold that position. The softs still seem to have a fair bit of traction, and he's managed to defend the Ferrari for P3. Barza and Cotters, they're still going wheel to wheel. Again, it's turn 7 above Spa, and down into the bus stop chicane. We've got Vettel and Hurricane both looking at Lutra. It's 3 wide into the chicane. Hurricane's managed to get P1, and I think Vettel is going to get P2 because Lutra has gone into the pits. Does he have damage on his Mercedes?
No, he does not have any damage on that Mercedes, and he could be going off of those soft compound tires. I think he's going to get onto some hards here. And look at the moves coming out of Vettel. It looks like there's been...
Jake's just done a huge dive bomb, I think. That's what's happened there.
To him. He's going to have the run, but this is really giving Relapse an opportunity here. Look at the cars. It's 3 wide coming down the straight. Jake's lost out. Is Relapse going to win here? It's not going to be a win just yet for him, but he is into the podium positions, and all of this fighting has Hurricane in a fantastic position in that Ferrari. Leading this race, he is going to get some time as these drivers continue to fight.
A very good look at the outside through turn 15, and that is our championship leader up into P4. Jake is having some serious issues. I don't know if this is tire wear related, but Ewan's now in the Haas. He's going to go past.
Felipic is looking for it too. He dropped back, but he was there on the inside. Oh, he's got such a good carry of speed now. It's double wheel-to-wheel coming down into the chicane, and it looks like Jake almost went into the rear of Tim here, and Felipic is on his inside. Jake's going to call it a pit time. He's getting into the box, and of course, Felipic will be thrilled. I think Tim's in some hot water here. He's got no DRS ahead of him. He's fallen out of that top 3, and he's got a very, very fast Croatian hunting him down with DRS and overtake. Yeah, that's clear cut. Been dispatched by the medium runner of Jake. Safso now very tight to the rear of Ruben. Had almost gone into the rear of that Ferrari. DRS has been disabled, Unicorn, and that is a big indicator for these racers because that means it's getting wet enough for wet compound tires as Luketra and Dirk Chocolate, the 2 racers on them here so far quite early. A yellow flag coming up through Sector 2. Steph has just lost out. I think he's had an issue. XTXP maybe. I don't know. But XTXP getting ahead of the AlphaTauri into 9th position. Ewan's on the rear of Tim. And who's going to start coming into the pit lane here? Hurricane has, and he's the leader of this race. So does everybody blink behind him? Vettel in. Relapse. Has he stayed out? No. He's decided to come into the pit lane here. And it looks like there's going to be a big procession of cars coming into this pit lane here. A little bit of a question mark coming into the pit lane. But we're already green flag racing here. Jake wheel to wheel with XTXP coming up Eau Rouge. There's a little bit of contact and they're both into the wall. Massive contact between the Mercedes and the Alfa Romeo, and that was suicide between these two. XTXP out of this race.
Here goes Felipic side by side with the McLaren down through the Kemmel Straight. And a little bit later on the brakes as well into turn 7. And he has just absolutely nailed the braking point there. Really clean overtake.
Hurricane told me that he was gunning for a win here yesterday. Well, congratulations to him as he takes the checkered flag in the Ferrari. With the race win here around Belgium, Vettel and his teammate 2-3 for the Racing Point squad. Relapse now in the McLaren coming through the chicane. A very good drive from him on his Misfits Racing League debut here in Season 3.
Yeah, really impressive debut. I think I've only seen good things for the McLaren reserve. Tim is going to take P5. This is where penalties might play a role. Those Ruben crosses. Yeah, there's Safso into P6. So that incident actually not costing him too many points, I don't think. Obviously, he might have been able to battle Tim, but still coming home in 6th. Luketra finishing 8th.
Ewan's now on the fresh inters, who was in a very good running position, who had that issue coming into the chicane 2 laps ago. To the line, the final driver here to finish in the points, Jake and Dirk Chocolate. 11th and 12th respectively right now. The Mercedes and the Red Bull, the 2 last drivers to finish this one.